Hello, this is your captain speaking, and welcome to Star Trek Starfleet Academy for the Super NES. I will start with the weekly trivia and get on to the game. Hopefully, it ends up working right. Cat, you're being a pest. A third season episode of Star Trek's original series was co written by a famous children's puppeteer and featured an officer being possessed by benevolent energy beings. While not a popular episode, it does introduce a library planet that a well known online fandom encyclopedia is named after. Named a puppeteer. Okay. Cat. Being a pest. Alright. Um, let's see. See how the volume goes. Turn the volume up on the game. It's awful quiet. Shuttle King James en route to Earth delivering new cadets to Starfleet Academy. Cat. Well, last leg of the trip. Nervous? A bit. You've never told me why you applied to the academy. I wanted a chance to see Cat. Text is moving awful fast. Okay. Might be a bit high. Okay, I think that's good. Now, it's been a long time since I've played this, so I'm probably going to do bad. But I think it starts out fairly easy, fairly standard, boring Star Trek missions. And then later on, you end up getting to the combat. Okay. I'm going to take a look at options. Okay. Pitch down, pitch up, accelerate, fire phaser, fire photon, decelerate. What's the difference with the. Okay, arcade mode is that inverted controls? I don't know. Accelerate. I think. We're going to try this. Let's see. First name. Do I really want Daryl? Kind of like the last name Hawkins. We're going to go with that. Daryl Hawkins. This must be difficulty level. So average looks like it'll be the easy difficulty. I don't know what does what. Though our mission is always one of peace, Starfleet realizes the potential. Okay. Oh, this is just a simulator. Oh, these are my quarters. Oh, that's cool. This is resting. I am Geoff Cullen. I'll be running the helm and also be your first officer. Great. Looking forward to working with you. I read your performance file. You are a very capable helmsman. That should give us a few points on our grade. With me along, we'll be sure to get the points for style anyway. Yes. I want to introduce myself. You can introduce yourself by proving your command ability to me in the simulator. I have no time for your idle chatter. What an ass. Stuvok, or Stuvek. Welcome to the simulations. I am Stuvek, son of Ston. I understand that Vulcans make the best science officers. There is statistical data to support that statement, but I prefer to be judged on my own merits. Isn't Ston the guy that uh what's I don't remember what her name is. T'Pring, I think, would have been Spock's Spock's patrol, for lack of a better term. She kind of cheated on him, which seems weird because they're supposed to be super logical. I mean, this takes place in the movie generation, or during the movies. Maybe sometime after Undiscovered Country, so he probably would be an adult by now. Hello, my name is Vonda Magia. I understand you will be our captain during the simulator missions. I will be your communications officer. Excellent. I am already looking forward to our first mission. Yes, I am sure it will be successful. Let's talk to Brady. Isa, I'm Robin, your engineer. I cannot do Scotty's accent. Pleased to meet you, Robin. Are you looking forward to the first mission? Nervous is more like it. I hope we can get through it. No problem, Robin. The first one is always easy. Hi, I'm the host of the Academy Lounge. Just call me Jones. So, so what have you got, Jones? We don't serve alcohol here. I do like to make my own beverages. I'll have some to get you to try. Or I'll have you to get you to try some. I can speak. Okay. What's that? That's my quarters. What's this? Would you like to take the basic training mission, cadet? Yes, sir. I could use such extra training. Welcome, cadets, to the Mark IV Oberth class training simulator. You have entered basic training mode and will practice several simple drills to help you become familiar with ship's basic operation or basic starship operation. Mission 1, Basic Sublight Navigation. This mission will focus on maneuvering your ship in a single sector of space. You will be required to fly to close range to 4 marker buoys. You will be notified when you have reached each buoy. Be careful. Remember that collisions in space can destroy your vessel. I know that's up and down. Okay, that green bar on the right side of screen is speed. You have reached buoy 1. Don't know if this is buoy 2. Going at quarter impulse. A little over quarter. You have reached buoy 2. Let's go around it. And we want to go to that one. This will be buoy 3. I want to go to the blue one next. Oops, you've reached buoy 4. I don't think there's any particular order to be doing these in. I should have made notes of the colors. Buoy 3. Congratulations, you have successfully maneuvered to each buoy. Now let's try using the navigational system to warp to another sector of space. Please navigate to sector 12.0. No, yeah. 012.021, identified as beta. Okay. Using the tractor beam. In this sector, there is a buoy and a starbase. Pick up the buoy with the tractor beam and drop it off near the starbase. Once you have completed the mission, use the hail option under communications to contact the starbase. Okay, let's speed up. Whoops. Okay. Helm, communications, science. Tractor beam. Buoy grappled with the tractor beam. Now. I need to turn the volume up on my end. You're now close enough to the starbase to release the buoy. Always bring your vessel to full stop before releasing your tractor beam. Okay. Select helm. You have delivered the buoy. Now hail starbase. Communications. Hail. This is Starbase 1. Thank you for delivering the buoy. Your orders are to warp to sector 013 by 022, identified as Gamma. Okay, so let's go to navigation, probably here. It's been a while since I've played this, but a long time since I played this. I know it starts out not being the most exciting game. Yeah, but I've never really played a Wing Commander game. I did see a video, like a trailer for, was it the second or third? Which kind of got me interested, but I never was able to play it or play a game. Basic combat. In this mission, you will practice basic combat maneuvers on drone ships, which will only evade. Learn how to anticipate evasion tactics and ship targeting. To proceed, go to the control panel and switch to Red Alert to arm weapon systems. Also, try activating tactical to help determine the condition of your ship's target. So, yeah, I might try it at some point, but it'll be a while. Let's see, so alert, tactical on. Oh, this is the target. There we go. Oh, it's further down. The silhouette on the ship makes me think it looks like the Oberth class, so that's what was kind of throwing me. Good job. You should now be ready to start your first true simulator mission. If you like to practice combat training against attacking simulator ships, select combat training into training simulator. The simulation is over. You are dismissed. So that's a simulator. It would have been helpful if they would have had a little pop up indicating what was what. Because this is a simulator. This is your quarters. For whatever reason, I thought it was sick bay. This is a dining hall. What is this? Oh, this is just basic training. Oops. Crap. I don't think I can back out of this. Science. Hmm. Weird. This sucks because I can't leave now. Well, I know what I have to do. It's not that hard of a mission, so I'll just play it again. Reached buoy 1. Further down. Reached buoy 2. So there's two versions of this game that were released. There was this version, and then there was a version that was released. I think it wasn't quite a year later for the Sega 32X. I'm under the impression the differences are minimal. Though considering its normal Sega Genesis controller only has 6 buttons, I could see an issue with how the game would play. Did I say 6 buttons or 3 buttons? Should have been 3 buttons. Let's see, helm, tractor beam. There's the starbase. Should probably cut the speed back. But yeah, there's those two, and then I think a few years later, I want to say 97. I think it was around the time of the 30th anniversary. They released a PC version, or yeah, PC Windows version of the game. Oh yeah, I could have just hailed. And that version of the game is basically, I don't know if I'd say an FMV game, but there's like live action cutscenes, and I believe they had. Wait, I want to go down. They had, I believe, George Takei, Walter Koenig, and maybe William Shatner all reprise their roles as Sulu, Chekhov, and Kirk. There could have been other actors. I don't know. Honestly, most like I think the entire cast was still alive then. Jeez, I think the first main cast member to die was okay, we're not going to do that again. The first main cast member to die, I believe, was DeForest Kelly. And I think that was late 90s, I believe. Oh, that's me. Freshman, Academy rating average. I don't know. I just I went with the name Daryl because I'm just thinking of that gag in Newhart. It's been so I've never that's been a very very long time since I've seen it. But there's that what it's like isn't there like three brothers all named Daryl in that? The red alert must be sounded whenever your ship enters an emergency situation. It informs the crew that they must prepare for a crisis. Red alert raises shields and readies weapon systems. Yellow alert is used when you wish to raise shields but leave weapon systems power down. When countering an uncertain situation, yellow alert will keep you at a highly ready state without presenting hostile intention. That's not how yellow alert worked in Wrath of Khan. Condition green is normal running status. Be warned, going into hazardous situations at condition green is extremely foolhardy and will probably cost you your ship. Probably same thing. Yep. Oh, okay. Up and down. I probably should have guessed that. No, sir, I'm ready for the real tests to begin. Where did the reactive object come from? That information is not currently available, but we believe it may be an old abandoned probe or derelict spacecraft. When will we know when we're far enough to safely detonate it? Our science officer will inform you when you have reached a safe distance from the planet. Do you believe we will have any trouble finding it before it gets too close to the planet? It should be easy to spot because of its wide band radiation signal. Check your short range sensors when you are near the planet. Okay, that takes me to the simulator. Ah, alert. Uh, our orders are to proceed. Oh, I probably was supposed to have uh, used that ear thing to figure out what the mission was. Proceed to Beta 2. Once there, we must find the radioactive object that is threatening the planet and tractor beam it to a safe distance away before destroying it. After the mission is complete, we are to return to Starbase 12. So it said Beta 2. Entering Beta Sector. Is the guy in Orion? Oh, science. Actually, hang on. Class M World. A Federation colony has existed there for 2 years. Mining is the colony's primary function because of the high mineral content of the planet. The Beta star system consists of a red giant with 2 planets orbiting it. The second planet is Class M, a small Federation starship used for scientific missions. The class was named after 20th century German rocket pioneer Hermann Oberth. That I did not know. Been a Star Trek fan for how long? I did not know the origin of. Well, I don't know the origin of a lot of these starship names. Though, I mean, Constitution class, that seems obvious. Constellation class, that seems obvious. Excelsior class, that seems obvious. Galaxy class, same. I think Miranda class, I just thought it was named after a character out of Shakespeare. Wait, I'm headed toward Red Giant, ain't I? That's still. Or is that the planet? Oh no. Actually, I wonder. Hang on. I bet I need to be at yellow alert. Actually, the start button just pauses the game. Approaching object, radiation at dangerous levels. Hence why I turned the shields on. Are we close enough to tractor it yet? God, why did they design it that way? Anyways, tractor beam. We have tracked in tow. Good. Now let's just get out of here. Full speed. Is that Oberth's class full impulse? Because according to that, it's only at half. We're now safe distance, so destroy the object. Okay. Let's slow down. Oh, now I'm reversing. Okay, helm. Switch to red alert. Um, yeah, I should be far enough away where I can just destroy it. Where is it? There it is. What is it? Nope. Object destroyed. Mission accomplished, sir. Okay. Then let's go navigation back to the starbase. And I'm assuming I need to. We have Starbase 12 on screen. Mission accomplished. Starbase 12. Oh, yeah. Report to the briefing. Your score mission for the mission is 100%. A 75% score is considered a passing grade. Congratulations, cadets. You have succeeded on your first mission and saved Beta 2 from a dangerous situation. You are dismissed. So, got through your first mission? Yeah, it's quite an experience. You feel like you're really piloting a starship. That's the idea. I can't remember what voices I was doing. I don't even know why I bother with voices. So, what's it like to have the best first officer at the academy? I don't know yet. I'll have to meet him first. Hey! Very funny. What do you want? Just a little talk. Your name is Ken, isn't it? Yes, my name is Ken Elliott. If that is all, I would like to be left alone. Good day. What can I do for you? Just stop by to say hello. What are you up to? I am observing. I find human social interaction most interesting. Hello, it was a pleasure to serve with you. The pleasure was all mine, Miss Magaya. My father warned me about human flattery. Hi, sir. Now that the first mission is complete, things will be probably get more difficult. Keep a positive attitude, Robin. If we work together, anything can be accomplished. I'll try, sir. Okay. I think I just exits me to the title screen. Okay. Geoff Colland. Oh, he's the Orion guy. No, oh, no wonder he's so grumpy. Human Orion. Yeah. I know the Orions are usually portrayed as pirates. I believe there's been some exceptions, and I think even I have never seen it yet, but uh, Lower Decks has a main character who's Orion, who's trying to kind of break that perception. Okay, Andoria, that's what I was thinking. Oh, it's just one spread of torpedo, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is slow. Light cruiser, heavy cruiser, the Enterprise, basically. Battle cruiser. It would have been cool if they could have slipped in a couple other ships. Because I think around this time, the Soyuz class, which was basically kind of a variation of the Miranda class, was active. And same thing with uh, probably the Constellation class, which was, if you've seen Next Gen, like early Next Gen, that was the Stargazer from the battle, I believe. There might have been some other classes active too, but those are the two I think that would have been active during that time. Klingon bird of prey. It would have been cool if they would have had the coloring on the ships, but honestly, I think this is fine. Jake thinks this design is really stupid, but I think it's fine. He doesn't like the bird underneath. And yes, I know this is basically the Klingon battle cruiser. Actually, the Klingon battle cruiser didn't show up until the final season, and when it actually did first appear, it was being used by the Romulans. Though it's been implied that for a while the Klingons and Romulans were working together, but there must have been some serious fallout between uh, the original series and Next Gen, because they despise each other after that point. Gorn Starship, Tholian Starship, Venturi. Are the Venturi from anything? That's giving kind of major War of the World vibes. Nothing is known about the Gorn Empire other than their general location. Because of our disastrous first contact, Starfleet cadets are required to fly simulated missions against Gorn vessels. Founded over 1,000 or 1,500 years ago, the Klingon Empire is one of the most powerful governments in space. First contact between the Klingon Empire and the Federation took place in 2218. After this disastrous event, both governments were plunged into war over a century until the Organian Peace Treaty was imposed. Since then, conflicts have continued less openly. 2218. This was done before Enterprise, and I know the first episode of Enterprise had the first contact, I believe, with the Klingons. I don't know when that was. Does make me want to look it up, but I'm going to pass on it for now. A zone of space between the Klingon Empire and the United Federation of Planets is forbidden by treaty for any ship to enter this zone. An area space 1 light year wide. Wow, that doesn't seem that very big. Ooh, excuse me. That divides the Federation and Romulan Star Empire. It was established in 2160 by the Treaty of Algeron. Entry by either race into the neutral zone would be considered an act of war. I should double check that also. But I know Enterprise had it, so they were encountering Romulans, but they didn't really. It was pretty subtle, I think, or, they didn't really realize it was the Romulans. They didn't actually. Sometime between Enterprise and technically Discovery, but it would be like the original series. There's a war between the two, and they still didn't know what they looked like until Balance of Terror. Ah, the Romulan Empire's capital is located on Romulus and Remus. It was founded about a millennia ago, possibly as an offshoot of the Vulcan race. The Federation had a bitter war with the Romulans until 2160, when the Treaty of Algeron was signed. This treaty called for the creation of the neutral zone and ended hostilities between the two governments. The governing body of the Tholian race. We have had continuing conflicts with the Tholians since 2268. Starfleet has several simulations against Tholian ships because of the constant tensions between the two governments. Yeah, the Tholians aren't like out and out hostile, but they don't like you entering their space. a group of approximately 150 allied planets. They are united for defensive as well as scientific reasons. Although a peaceful organization, the Federation does maintain an active military force for defensive reasons. The Federation is currently at a state of tension with the Klingon Empire, the Romulan Star Empire, and the Tholian Assembly. There are also infrequent border disputes with the Gorn. The Federation was founded in 2161. I gotta see how accurate this is. A lot of this has probably changed since Enterprise. Andorians, a humanoid race with blue skin and bilateral antennae on their heads. And Andorians are Federation members. A Gorn, a sentient reptilian race. Little is known of the Gorn, as they keep little contact with the Federation. Though they are exceedingly aggressive over territorial disputes, their homeworld is unknown. I know Strange New Worlds has expanded for the better or for worse. The Tholian, or not Tholians, the Gorn. Though for the worse is, from what I've heard, I really need to watch it. I've got the first two seasons, but I've never got around to watching them. I should get to it. They kind of made them into the Star Trek equivalent of xenomorphs, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I mean, it's trying to do something while trying to limit the use of like the Klingons or the Romulans. A humanoid warrior race. They value honor and tradition above all else. Because of a disastrous first contact with the Federation, the two powers nearly have had nearly a century of hostilities. An uneasy truth was imposed by the Organian peace treaty on 2267. Open conflict is forbidden, but minor skirmishes have been recorded. Their homeworld is Kronos. So this takes place before. It sounds like it takes place before Star Trek 6. A highly advanced non corporeal race from the planet Organia. During escalating conflict between the Federation and Klingons on 2267, the Organians imposed Organian peace treaty to prevent further hostilities. This should not have changed, because that was something that happened in the original series. A green-skinned humanoid race. The females of the species were once a commodity of trade. Orions were responsible for an attempted sabotage of the Babel Conference of 2267. Again, that happened in the original series. The Enterprise kind of retconned the whole, like they basically did a PG. They kind of explained the PG in a G-rated terminology, but yeah, they put it bluntly, or as blunt, well, not blunt. I'll put it bluntly, I guess. The females were essentially like sex slaves, to put it bluntly. But then Enterprise went and said that the females are actually like the leaders of the species, and I think the implication was they use their like pheromones to manipulate the males of other species. I don't think that was the best. Like, a lot of people like that explanation, and I think even Lower Decks, I think, tried to retcon it a little bit, where only some of the females have that ability. The main Orion character, I think her name is Tendi. I've never seen Lower Decks. I've just read a lot about it. TV tropes. That's where I got most of the information. Says that I think she says she doesn't have that ability. I really should watch it. I know it's got kind of a iffy reputation, but I think I heard the first season's rough, which is pretty standard for any TV show. But it sounds like the second season onwards really like gets better. A warrior race which is an offshoot of the Vulcans. Romulus and Remus are their current homeworlds. They are a passionate, aggressive, but highly honorable people. I don't know about that honorable part, considering they like using. I think they tend to use subterfuge. A humanoid race with distinctive porcine physical traits. They have an inclination towards quick anger. Tellarites are Federation members. Thanks, that's not a lot. And Antholians, an intelligent, non-humanoid, crystalline-based race. They are highly territorial and are known for their punctuality. The Federation has had continuing conflicts with the Tholians, a humanoid race noted for their rough gray skin and their horny protrusions on their face and body. Venturi specialize in some, trading, though some have turned to piracy because of failing finances. I don't remember the Venturi. Vulcans, a humanoid race native to the planet Vulcan. Vulcans were once violent people which embrace logic and rejection of all emotions about 2,000 years ago. They are Federation members. All right. Since the Retron has both the ability to save state and if you put a game in, it picks up where you left off. Usually, it has that option. I don't think you can disable it if you want. I'll probably just save state at the end of this. Actually, you know what? Hang on, just in case. I'll take a picture of the password of my phone. I'm annoyed because maybe they're in class. Yeah, okay. I dropped my phone, I think, yesterday and the screen cracked. Though it's only like just one crack across the screen, so it's good that it's not too bad. But it just annoys me because this is surprisingly the second phone I've cracked the screen on. A good starship captain never loses his cool. One must always remain in control of one's emotions. This is more often than not an indication of a good Starfleet captain. Didn't he just kind of repeat himself? Let's go to the simulator. Good morning, cadets. 3 weeks ago, Starfleet lost contact with the USS Kitty Hawk. The Kitty Hawk was in an unexplored space at the time of its last communication. Your mission is to find the Kitty Hawk and then return to Starbase 14. The Kitty Hawk was last seen in Sector 015 by 022. You should start your search there. Once again, you will be in command of the USN Banting. Good luck, cadets. What kind of vessel was the Kitty Hawk? The Kitty Hawk is a Miranda class light cruiser. Is there anything known about those sectors? Not much. There is some evidence of inhabited civilizations. You can count on us, sir. Let's hope so, cadet. All right. Just to play it safe, we're going to turn those on. Exit. And we want helm. No, that's not what I want. Navigation. Crap, I didn't want to do that. Sir, a Starfleet message buoy is close to the planet. We should go close range and tractor it into our hold. Okay. Maybe I did go to the right sector. Let's see. 50. Okay, I did go to the right one. Short range, short range sensors reveal signs of heavy orbital bombardment with nuclear weapons. The planet's atmosphere appears to have been burned away in the atomic fire. I am not I don't think I'm close enough to. Need to get closer, Captain. That's what I thought. Okay. Slow down, slow down. Okay. We should be close enough, though. I'm going to switch to green and then tractor beam. I'm decoding the buoy. The Kitty Hawk's communication circuits were damaged in the ion storm. They decided to go on with their mission and headed to sector 16 or 016 by 022. Okay, we're going to go switch back to yellow alert. And then entering sector 016 by 022. All right. Captain, a Starfleet message buoy is mixed in with some debris. We should go to close range and tractor it into our hold. Okay. Figure yellow alert is probably something I should keep active on some of these missions. So I at least have shields when I enter a potential combat situation. Sensors read massive amount of debris. There was a battle here between two space fleets. The computer cannot identify any of the ships involved from the wreckage. There is a Federation message buoy among the remains. Doesn't look like there's wreckage. Tractor beam locked on the message buoy. I have placed it in our hold, Captain. I am decoding the message buoy. The Kitty Hawk came upon the same debris as we did, then moved to sector 016 by 021. Okay. Entering. Okay. We know what that is. Let's use the sensors. Oh, more debris. I don't know why I panicked earlier, though I was flying straight at a planet. Sensor indicate. Oh, okay. This is different. Sensors indicate that there is a wreckage of a Federation light cruiser up ahead. No signs of life forms or escape pods. There is a message buoy near the debris. And actually, while I'm here, I'm going to. Uh, and the controller's on the floor. Fantastic. Admittedly, the music in this game isn't really anything to write home about. It's not terrible, but it's just kind of generic. Captain, there's an unidentified ship approaching. We're gonna. Oops, slow down. I was watching a few original series episodes. Basically, started with the Doomsday Machine because I have been trying to recommend like a few original series episodes to Jake and Ari, even though they're not particularly that interested in the original series. You do not look like a character from Star Trek. Hectite Captain on screen. We're looking for missing escape pods. Can you give us a hand? What do I want to respond? A and B sound like they're good options. Let's do this. We're looking for missing escape pods. Can you give us a hand? Your comrades should be more careful. We detected wreckage from our enemy here. Life support pods might make it to Jockwalth in sector 017 by 021, but there are many enemies there. Okay. So let's leave it at yellow. Let's try seeing if I can. The kickoff says it's happy to see us. That's not what I was trying to do. A Federation Miranda-class light cruiser commanded by Captain John Fultz, currently on a science mission in Sector 015.022. Yeah, okay. I was right there. Miranda spacecraft type introduced in the late 23rd century, named for Prospero's daughter, a character in William Shakespeare's last play, The Tempest. A disruptive phenomenon characterized by an intense bombardment of charged particles. I go for that big one because I feel like that might be an enemy craft. We're going to try hailing. That doesn't help me any. Doesn't help me anyway either. Alien ship approaching. We're being jammed! Red alert then. Looks like some knockoff Star Trek ship, or you know what I mean. I mean, I'm playing a Star Trek game, but that's not good. Hull is at 40%, Captain. Crap, where is he? Let's get me some space here. To be fair, the Oberth class is not a combat ship. I took out its shields, so I should be okay. Uh-oh. Are you ready for an evening of entertainment? I've got to study. If you change your mind, come back here. You might enjoy yourself. I should have won that mission. Hi, what can I get you? How about some mint tea? One mint tea coming up. I want to be alone. Sure can. If you ever won't feel like talking, I'll be around. Thank you for respecting my privacy. Welcome, Captain. I trust you found no fault with my actions. You were flawless, Sturek. You look tired. I feel fine. Do humans ever express their true feelings? Not us human males. You know, sir, I have a bad feeling about our next mission. Don't, Robin. Getting nervous about the next mission only makes things worse. God, I want to complete that mission or redo that mission. Because that should have been one I beat. I was so close. Space is very big. You want to keep a close eye on your long range sensors, and don't forget to consult your science officer for advice or sensor scans. It can be crucial for your mission success. May I have your attention, cadets? Your third simulator mission will involve the rescue of the freighter Moray. It is under attack from the Venturi renegades near the Ar- Aridane system. You are the only starship near the sector that has any chance of rescuing it. How many Venturi ships are involved? One, possibly two ships. Long range sensors readings are sketchy at this point. How well armed is the Murray? The Murray is armed with Type 2 Type 4 phaser arrays. It might hold off the Venturi for a while, but there's no match for them. Alright, let's see if I can make up for my performance. Might as well just go straight to red alert. Tactical on. Who is this? Nearby asteroids have a high content of aconite compounds, which is interfering with our sensor scans. The heck? Murray Freighter, this is the USS Banting. We understand you are under attack by the Venturi ships. Can we be of assistance? Banting, thank you for answering our distress call. The Venturi have retreated. It is strange. We were beaten, shields down, sensors blinded, and then they fled to deep space. We have completed adequate repairs to that so that we can proceed to Kizella to complete our delivery. Understood, Moray. We will stay in the area to make sure the sector is clear of further Venturi interference. Banting out. Yeah, it is kind of a generic PC font. Okay, I know I'm already at red alert, so it's this. Oh, looks like an asteroid. Oops. I wonder if I should destroy those. Now, that looks like that could be a ship. Okay, so let's go to that sector. I know it's behind me. I'm keeping an eye on the freighter, though. All right, let's get them. At least they're more interested in me. Ah, crap. Hull's at 40%, but my shield should still be good. Actually, I'm going to try something. Engineering. Hmm. Wait, am I going after the yellow one? Yes. Damn it, I lost another mission. I almost want to restart because I should be able to do better than this. Because both those last two missions were really close. Do I want to keep going or do I want to? As I said, I've gone 1 for 3 thus far, and honestly, I feel like those last two missions I should have gotten. And I should be reading these. I know we try to give you a lot of combat training, but also want you to consider multiple solutions. Diplomacy must come first. Use combat only when there's no other option. Jeez. Today's mission is scientific. You will be studying the Hanab protostar, which has some unusual radiation bursts. You are to proceed to the protostar and monitor the radiation levels. Return to Starbase 13 when you have the data. How dangerous are the radiation bursts? Your shield will not protect you. Keep a safe distance and listen to your science officer for radiation warnings. Is there anything else unusual about the Hanab system? We have sent unmanned probes, and so far none have returned. They were probably damaged by an unusual radiation burst, but be prepared for other possibilities. Alright, let's try to improve my record here. Tactical on, yellow alert. Let's put priority in shields in case. I feel like I'm going to be going to another system. There's something in orbit. Captain, I am picking up a high-energy subspace signal generated from near the protostar. It couldn't be a natural phenomenon. What is it? As illogical as it seems, there appears to be some kind of ship caught in the gravitational field of the protostar. I am not sure how they could survive with that high level of radiation, but the craft is attempting to send some kind of signal to the Agmen system. I do not believe the signal can get through. This is extremely unusual, Captain. I suggest we investigate further. How close can I get to the ship? ProStar is causing too much interference for communications. Let's go at half speed. ProStar radiation has increased by 800% at this range. We're in danger if we get any closer. Yeah, we're gonna go check out that other sector. Entering Edgeman system. Oops. Let's. Oh, I'm still at yellow alert. Okay, never mind. Sir, the ship is returning our hail. On screen. Greetings, I am Taupak. Is that supposed to be how it's pronounced? Of the Hycombia Confederation. I do not want this. This is the Starship Banting of the. Well, I don't want to do that. Greetings in the name of the United Federation Plan. This is USS Banning. How may be assistance? Yes. Thank you for your concern. We have lost a science ship that was studying nearby Protostar. We would be grateful of any help you can give. We are on a similar mission. We found your ship caught in the gravity well of the Protostar. Unfortunately, because of high level radiation, we can't get close enough to rescue it. The crew should be dead, but we picked up a distress signal. The ship was outfitted with special shielding to withstand the radiation, but there is a limited time before their energy reserves are depleted. If we could if you could lead us back, we might be able to work together to rescue them. All right, let's head back. And let's this is Banting to the to Taupak of the Hycombian Confederation. Our ship cannot withstand radiation of the protostar. Our ship has been equipped with a shielding system to withstand the radiation. Unfortunately, we will not have enough power to tow our science ship safely. I believe we can boost your shields and follow you into the protostar. If your ship can tractor beam our ship out, we can protect you. All right. Let's do this. Let's see if I can fly by and snag it. Not anywhere close enough. And I'm still not close enough. Maybe I'm close enough now. We have the Hycombia ship in tow of our tractor beam. All right. Let's just get out of here then. I'm going to try hailing. There's no response. I'm assuming it's up to the science officer to tell me when we're good. No response. I'm going to disconnect. Actually, sir, we've not reached a safe distance to engage tractor beam. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. All right. So I guess we just keep going. We've reached a safe distance to release our tractor beam. Okay, let's. That Columbia science ship has been. Thank you, Captain, for helping us rescue our on this rescue operation. In our return, I will recommend formal contact between our peoples. We will look forward to the visit. Banting out. Oh, I haven't completed my mission yet. Okay, let's. Okay, I did this wrong. Oh, I'm good. I mean, it makes sense. Might as well get some scans done while you're. We have Starbase 13 on screen. Mission accomplished, Starbase 13. Report to the briefing. Well, that just went mute for no apparent reason. You score. Okay. Congratulations. Not only rescued the alien ship, but also successfully initiated contact with a new race. Good job, cadets. You are dismissed. Finally got another mission. So I'm at 50%. Yuck. So what's new? Another day, another mission. Someday we'll look back on these missions fondly. Not today, but someday. I don't know. This was a win, so I guess we can look positively on that. What is it now? You aren't very friendly, Ken. You are very observant. Did you learn anything during the last mission? Never use attractor beams on protostars? I would have thought you would have learned that before now. It's a joke. Oh, the mission is over. What do you think? We have to be careful. Non-combat missions can be tricky. Hi, sir. How's it going, Robin? Don't try Jones Punch. It's really the Starfleet poison resistance test. I want some punch. Only if I want to visit sick bay. You've really got to tell Mr. Brady to keep his secret or opinions to himself. I'm going to try one more mission and then I'll call tonight. Well, it depends on how quickly I get done. There we go. That's better. The light cruiser is a general purpose vessel introduced several years ago for survey and patrol work in unexplored space. You will find it to be a sturdier ship than the Oberth class you are flying these in this first series. That doesn't tell me anything. Still got the Oberth class. Venturi renegades are using the Ingama Nebula to escape Federation patrols. They're using 3 special beacons to allow them to quickly navigate the nebula. We want you to enter a nebula and disable these beacons. How will we disable the beacons? Fly close to each beacon and fire on it. Will the Venturi be in the nebula? It is possible. You should be prepared if they are. Is the nebula dangerous? In a nebula, your sensors are ineffective and the shields are useless. Oh boy, this is going to suck. I'd call it dangerous. Be careful. No problem, sir. I remember that it was what it was like to be young and confident as you are. Don't be overconfident. You'll make mistakes. Sir, my battery average is literally 50%. I don't think I have the right to be overconfident. Alert. We'll just go straight to red alert. On and oops. Engineering, let's put that power in shields. Navigation. Assuming these are it. Wait, no, I can't. Since I have no shields, there's no point putting anything in shields. Let's put it in hull. Navigate. I think that's been a little more than disabled. Venturi's ship is approaching us with weapon charged. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, I think that's the beacon there. If I could fight these guys and then just jet. Let's just get out of here. All right. Engineering, hull. I think I gotta go all the way down to green. Mission accomplished, Starbase 5. Ooh, what did I not do? Something's glitching with the music. Your score for the mission is 95%. A 75. Oh, okay, because I didn't shut down the I just warped straight back without shutting down my shields and phasers. I'll take it though. Due to your lower test scores, you must repeat freshman year. So we're back to the start. I'll live with that. Gives me a chance to try doing better on those first missions. I think I'm at 0. Your first mission will take place on our Mark IV Oberth class science vessel simulator. This simulator will be known as USS Banting. Okay, that's easy enough. All right, so let's. I think it's fine if I. Oh, I think it's fine if I stay in yellow alert. Gonna switch to red alert. Tactical on. Okay. Let's just keep jetting. Disengage tractor beam. Turn around. It's a star. It's below me somehow. Where is it? Oh, it's the radiation affecting the sensors. What the hell's going on? Is my game glitching? Or am I right on top of it? Oh, there it is. All right. Might as well talk to them again. Okay. Do I want to do another mission? I got time. You know what? I'll do another mission. Okay. Again, first thing, order of business. I'm going to do that. And oh, that's not what I want. Engineering. Let's put priority on phasers. Not phasers, shields. Navigation. We'll start here. Oh, yeah, this is the one where I nearly flew into the planet. Let's see if I have better luck this time. Now let's cut back my speed. Am I close enough? Oh, what are you guys doing? Be nice. I wonder if I could just capture the escape pod and just F out. What? Be nice. Be nice, guys. Yeah, where am I sitting at? Yell alert. We'll leave it. Why don't I hail? Hoping I can just get by without them attacking me. Haven't drawn aggro yet, so. Am I close enough? Now, am I supposed to engage this guy? Or if he opens fire, I'm just going to jump to another sector. First thing I'm going to do is jump here. Okay. Yes. I didn't have to engage that guy. I just had to go in there, get the escape pod, and then get back. I don't know why the music's not working for this for whatever reason. So I think I'm gonna call it actually. Well, I did get punished. You were penalized for not thoroughly investigating the area. You only succeeded by bull. Got a cat that's blocking my screen. All right. I'm gonna take a picture of this and then I'm gonna call tonight. All right. So rough start. I am curious about what my rating is because I thought it said I 100%ed it, but then he said I was penalized. But I looked pretty thoroughly and I tried hailing that ship, and the ship was having none of it. So I just effed out because I was done. Yeah, see, 100%. So I didn't get penalized for anything. So, all right. So as I said, I'm gonna call it. You are a pest. You're being a pest. A handsome pest, but a pest. Yes, I'm talking to one of my cats. Ah, my knee hurts. Let's just say I took a very embarrassing tumble at work. I'm okay aside from the fact I scraped up my knee. All right. Uh, so I'm gonna actually before I do that, All right. So I'm going to read off the question and call the night. I need to come up with a new question. I've got. Now read the question off, and then I'll continue what I was going to say. A third season episode of Star Trek's original series was co written by a famous children's puppeteer and featured an officer being possessed by benevolent energy beings. While not a popular episode, it does introduce a library planet that a well known online fandom encyclopedia is named after. Name the puppeteer. And the answer to this question is Sherry Lewis, 1933 to 1998. I did not realize how. I thought she died in the 2000s, not in the 90s. Was a puppeteer and children's entertainer best known for the character of Lamb Chop, a character who first debuted on Captain Kangaroo in 1956 before getting her own show, Lamb Chop's Play Along, in 1992. She, not Lamb Chop, Sherry Lewis, I probably, now that I think of that phrasing, that's weird, um, along with her husband, Jeremy Tarcher, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, wrote the third season Star Trek episode The Lights of Zetar, featuring energy beings possessing Lieutenant Myra Romaine. While not a popular episode, it introduced the library planet of Memory Alpha, which a major Star Trek wiki gets its name from. And actually, I swear Memory Alpha's been around longer than uh, like the 2000s when wikis really became a thing. Because I could have sworn there was a site in early, like late 90s, early 2000s that was called Memory Alpha that kind of did something similar to what uh, the Wiki Memory Alpha does now. But yeah, I literally just watched this episode earlier tonight. It's not. It's rated really low by some fans. In IMDb, it's like in the 70s for the like where its placement is. Somehow in IMDb they rated it lower than is it The Enemy Within? Or am I thinking of a different one? Turnabout Intruder, which is the worst, if not second worst, Star Trek finale. Mostly because it wasn't meant as a finale, and also because it is just an extremely sexist episode. I want to say even by like the '60s Star Trek standards, it's really sexist. But yeah, but Lights of Zetar, not. I was referring. The sexist episode is Turnabout Intruder, not Lights of Zetar. Lights of Zetar has a little bit. A lot of the classic Star Trek episodes had kind of some of that going on. The only issue with I'll just go. It's like it. I'll just continue to talk about the episode, and I'll swing back to that. The issue with Lights of Zetar, it's just not a very exciting episode, and they have this weird thing where Scotty's got a crush on this Lieutenant Romaine, who is like she's well, kind of a younger officer, and he's kind of like this old like I don't know, but called himself kind of a brawler or something like that. And I think James Doohan didn't like that relationship, which I can both agree and disagree. I think it would have been one where if it was done today, well, it probably wouldn't have been done today because it's still a relationship between a senior and junior officer, though they are in different divisions. So I suppose it might not be as bad. But I think it was like if it was done today, it would have been developed a little better because he's like basically swooning over her from the beginning into the episode, kind of indicating that they kind of started the relationship uh, sometime before the episode started and just kind of felt weird. Honestly, I think how it would have been done today is they would have probably introduced it like episodes earlier, so it seemed a little more natural. Honestly, though, that's kind of where I agree with James Doohan and some other people. I disagree because I also kind of view it as a potential uh, opposite attract situation where They kind of like she doesn't like him, or she doesn't like him just because he's a brawler. He doesn't like her just because she's young and attractive and intelligent. There's like more to it than meets the eye. So that's part of the reason why I think if it would have been developed naturally, it would have probably been seen better. But yeah, it's as I said, it's not the worst episode. And there's some people have noted some parallels with Lieutenant Romaine being uh, her personality kind of becoming taken over by the Zatarans, and Sherry Lewis's guess reputation or whatever kind of being taken over by the character of Lamb Chop, if that makes any sense. Which is kind of funny because I was reading, and Lamb Chop did not really aside from probably show it first appearing on Captain Kangaroo, was not wasn't a completely wholesome character to begin with, which has kind of got some parallels with Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog, where I think Kermit didn't exactly start out as a wholesome character either, but kind of developed into that. Though also I heard with Kermit, his puppeteer after Jim Henson's passing up until recently kind of morphed him into a wholesome character when he was supposed to be a bit more of a trickster. But yeah, as far as the whole not exactly entirely being a wholesome character, I heard stories that Sherry Lewis, I think just to troll people, would order lamb chop at restaurants. And I also heard that when I don't know if it was like a TV guide thing or whatnot, but what they created a cookbook from a bunch of celebrities, and she put in submitted a recipe for lamb chop. So it's kind of funny because she's kind of being a bit of a troll as well. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. Tomorrow I'll be back with Sonic 3 complete. I'm gonna see if I complete Sonic's game. Then Wednesday I'll be back with um I'll be back with Deep Cover Gecko. See if I can complete more than 2 levels, and then I'll be back with this following weekend. Not sure what my plans are. Cat, quit tearing up my chair. In the long run, I'll probably do something on the second, my birthday stream. Let's see. I don't know when the DLC for Mega Man will be released for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm actually thinking before its release, I'll do a quick stream for Mega Man Battle and Chase, because that's where Mega Man and Proto Man are getting their vehicles from. I think they're based off of the machines they had in that game. So I should actually play it a little bit to get more accustomed to controls, because I do have this tendency of playing games I have not played in years on stream, and it ends up being very bad, or end up being a very bad playthrough. Best example would be the Jedi Power Battle stream, because I think I had a really bad showing on that. So I want to avoid doing that. So I just don't know when the DLC is supposed to be released. I think it's supposed to be in March, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I have been yakking long enough. This has been your captain speaking. You're now free to disembark. For whatever reason, my mic isn't my mic isn't muted on this. So, whoops.